All right, welcome to the next edition of the Snowflake Sports Podcast. I am your host, Dan. It is approximately 1:20 on September 2nd, recording this. I am joined by my good friend, Fritz, aka Kesha. How are you today, Kesha?
I'm good, Fresh Dan. How are you doing?
Yeah, so fresh, so clean. So I did not have a podcast last week. I apologize for that. So we're just going to kind of jump into the Andrew Luck retirement out of the blue. That happened, I believe, Saturday night during the preseason game. So, Kesha, I was just kind of wanted to get what your take was on the whole situation.
I mean, I've got pretty mixed feelings about it. I don't like the whole the PR of him. Like, what's the best way to say this? Like the fact that they had to keep putting on like a smile for their fans and saying that like everything was all right, I'll be here, when they really knew that things weren't all right and that he was injured again and that he wasn't going to be ready for the season. So that part I don't like, and that's I think why he got so much backlash from his fans and why they booed him, which I do not condone at all, because Jesus Christ, how much was wrong with him? He tore his labrum and his throwing arm. He lacerated his kidney and had to pee blood. Like, I mean, if you listen to what Gronk said about like how like difficult it was for him to sleep after all of his injuries, and like how much blood he had to have taken out of his body, and how like he was crying the night after he won the Super Bowl because he just like was in so much pain. Like, people don't understand how bad sports screws your body up, and I mean it sucks, but
well, especially with football too. Like every tackle is basically a car crash. So
yeah, and the fact that like they didn't protect him at all.
Oh no,
at all. Their offensive line was so bad. By the time they figured it out, they got a broken quarterback.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you could pin this on Jim Irsay very easily, just because of how bad they drafted offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Years. Yeah.
For a while. So it's kind of up in the air now, because they looked so good last year, and I mean, if you have a great offensive line, that helps so many things out, because it's going to give your quarterback more time to throw in the pocket. It's going to make your run game a shit ton better. It's going to give you more time for receivers to get open. So, like, the fact that they have a good offensive line right now, their team could be good, but they're not going to be what they were last year without Andrew Luck. He's too good.
No. And plus, just like Jacoby Brissett, I mean, he's played games. Like I feel like he's played a decent amount of games. Like he played with the Pats, he played with the Colts when Andrew was Luck with
yeah, he played a full season. So I mean, he's not terrible.
Yeah, but he's not like good. Like he can't throw. He's not too accurate. He runs well, but I don't know. We'll see if like they still have T.Y. Hilton. I forget who else.
They have Devin Funchess.
Oh yeah.
Yo, can I just tell you, my fantasy team before the season has even started has been ravaged. I have Devin Funchess. I had Lamar Miller. Yeah.
Wait, when did you do your draft?
We have a keeper draft. So we keep people, and then we draft like in the winter. Like we did our draft a while. We do our draft at like the beginning of the year. So it's crazy. I also have N'Keal Harry.
Okay. Oh well.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like my team is so fucked up right now, and we haven't even played a game yet.
Yeah. All right. You might so we had our draft yesterday, and I kind of stupidly took Zeke in the first round, but it sounds like
they're finalizing it. I just saw a report that But yeah, if you didn't see, they just put N'Keal Harry in IR.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. So that's
No, but okay. So this dude joined our league. I don't really know who he is. He's like it's like mostly a high school league, except for these two guys that I don't know, and then someone else that like went to Niagara with a bunch of them. This dude drafts Patrick Mahomes in the first round, like with the 7th pick. It's like okay, that's very stupid. And then he picks like Devin Singletary in like the 8th round, like the 3rd string Bills running back. It's like, what are you doing? And then this other dude, I don't know if he auto drafted, but he picked back-to-back like tight ends because he was at the end of the snake draft. I was just like, oh my god. So I thought I did bad, and then out of context, like they did much worse.
I actually, so I'm in a separate league. I had a draft yesterday, and my friend and I thought it was at 4:30. It was actually at 4, and I got auto drafted, and I started freaking out. And then I looked at my team, and I had Christian McCaffrey, Todd Gurley, Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, George Kittle, and James Conner. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have AJ Green on my bench.
Yeah. Oh damn. Well, he's dropped. Well, I guess he's only injured like 2 weeks, and he'll be fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
And then I also got Aaron Jones, Allen Robinson, Calvin Ridley.
Wow. Wait, how many teams are in this? Is it like 8 or 6? Okay.
8. Yeah. So it's not a huge league, but like, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you should be fine. Who's your quarterback? Do you remember?
Dak Prescott.
That's not bad. He runs.
Exactly. Yeah. And he does a lot of dump offs to Zeke. So
yeah, exactly.
I also got Darnold, who's going to be it's weird. We have 2 quarterbacks, but only 2 receivers.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's also limits per position. So like you can only have 4 running backs on your team.
On your total, like on your bench.
Yes. Yeah. The whole.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
The whole. The whole thing is like really, really weirdly structured, but I kind of like it because it's different. But
now, question. So the keeper league, is that like a dynasty kind of thing, where it's like?
So basically every year, each team keeps 3 players on their team, and then whichever round that they drafted that player, they don't get to pick in that round the next season. So, like, let's say you picked up Kareem Hunt, who, like, on the waiver wire, and then you kept him after the year that he did really well. That means that, like, you don't miss a round.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Or it's like one of the last ones.
Okay, so that's just like a typical keeper league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my friend and his brother, they started like a dynasty league, which sounds super cool, and I would totally be down to do one. But like basically, you have to. This is like at least a 4-year minimum league, where you draft everyone and then you keep all your players like each season, and basically like you do a rookie draft at the beginning, but like. So like the first draft is weird because like I guess you draft more wide receivers than running backs, like higher, just because running backs like have a shorter cycle and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just acts more like a GM, like you do more trades because like you're not gonna have all these like just draft again next year and just be like, oh okay, and like if someone gets injured and like if you have Andrew Luck, I guess now you just dump him, but like
yeah,
I'm trying to think of like a Frank Gore or just like an older running back, like with diminishing value, you try to like trade them for like, you have to trade them for less and stuff if you want to get something good. I don't know. It sounds super cool and like an actual GM kind of role. But yeah.
My buddy AJ, he has a twin sister who doesn't watch football, but she's a data analyst. For like one of the biggest banks in the country.
Yeah.
So she's just like really active on the waiver wire, and last year she won a 24-person league.
Wow, damn. And she does nothing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She has said that she doesn't understand football, but she gets numbers.
Yeah.
So
That's wild. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. But can you imagine being in that league?
Yeah.
Like,
just so
with like 23 other guys and just this girl that has no offense to any ladies watching, but when like for somebody to come in who knows nothing about football, when you have spent so much time
yeah
trying to know every possible thing you can, and then this person comes in and just barely knows anything and shits all over the rest of the 23 of you, it's very, very humbling. Yeah,
for sure. Anyways, let's get it moving. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to run down each division, just kind of see each team, where they'll be at, who's going to win each division. So we're going to start with the AFC East, and we all know, unless you're an idiot, the New England Patriots are going to win this again, unless some catastrophic injury happens to either like Tom Brady or like they lose Josh Gordon again. But so they released Demaryius Thomas too, but it sounds like they're gonna like sign him again. I don't really understand NFL cap space, but and I guess Edelman's hurt for a little bit, and N'Keal Henry, as you said, he's just on the IR. But I feel like they'll be cruising this year. I forget who's on their depth chart, but like I always forget who's on people's defenses until like the start. Oh, they have Bennett.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's the Patriots.
Yeah,
it
true.
It doesn't matter who they have.
Yeah, they'll
like if you watch football, you have noticed that the Patriots consistently cut their best players and get better. I don't understand why or how.
Yeah.
But it happens every single year. Every single year, they get rid of better and better players. So like as a Packers fan who had Vince Lombardi as a coach, I would not even hesitate to say that Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. Like what he does with such little, like they are such a finely like oiled machine. The Patriots are, and they do it every single year. And I want to see Coach Belichick coach a team after Tom Brady retires, because I'm dead set that the Patriots' success is at least 60-40, if not more, in favor of Belichick. Because I don't know, I don't think Tom Brady does like physically the stuff that he does as a quarterback.
Yeah.
It doesn't impress me as much as the greatest quarterback of all time should, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree, just because I feel like what they do is simple. Like when you
it is
Pats game, it's like, oh, they ran a 7-yard slant, like they ran the ball for 4 yards, like first down, and like it just works though, and it's so frustrating being like a Bills fan. And just being like, how can like my team not do that or like stop this? Yeah. But I think what Brady does is he reads every route so quickly that he just sees like 3 routes when like Josh Allen can read like 1.
Yeah.
Like another thing, I never really thought of this. I was listening to the NFL show on The Ringer, and they were talking about how like a lot of their wide receivers, like I guess it was more like Chris Hogan they were talking about, like they don't really pan out because they don't like feel the soft spots in the zone. And they're just like, if you can't do that, like you can't be in the system. I feel like Julian Edelman is like a perfect example of just someone who like stops, like knows exactly where to be and like read a certain defense. So I get what you're saying, where it's like a system, and like whoever replaces Brady, they'll probably do good. Honestly, like.
Well, we've seen that too. We even when Matt Castle came in, they still did great.
Yeah.
When Brady was suspended for 4 games, Garoppolo, he won. Brissett, he won. Like
didn't beat the Bills though.
That's the Bills do that every year. It's kind of like how even when the Rams were terrible, every single year they would just mollywop the Seahawks at least once.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the NFL's strange about that, where every team is like slightly competitive, and like you could just.
Well, it's also like in your own division too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know the other team so well, you played them a million times.
Very true. All right, you have anything else to say on the Pats, or?
The Demaryius Thomas cut, it doesn't really surprise me.
Okay.
Like, the Patriots always drop their, big name players, and he tore his Achilles. Like, it's not a great look. Yeah. They still got Julian Edelman. They got N'Keal Harry. He's a 6'6" monster whenever he comes back. And Josh Gordon, if anybody can snap Josh Gordon into place, it's gonna be the Patriots.
Yeah, very true.
But
well, he was doing great until week 13 or something. Like
Yeah, why was he out last year?
It was like a drug related thing again, where like he got So, hopefully he'll just be in the right headspace. Probably shouldn't go into that because I think it's bullshit. You should be allowed to do whatever you want outside of like heroin, and I think you think the same way. But
as long as you're not like on cocaine in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or like crystal meth.
Yeah.
Just running straight through.
Run through walls.
Running.
Yeah. So they'll run it. You want to do Jets or Dolphins?
I'll do the Jets because I think the Jets have a lot of potential. I mean, there were games last year where Robbie Anderson was super, super explosive. They added a lot to their defense, especially with C.J. Mosley, who is, I think, wildly underrated.
Yeah.
And you got Lavelle. Lavelle's debatably the best running back in the NFL. We haven't seen him for a year, so I think people forget how incredibly good he is, but 2 years ago, if you didn't pick him first in your fantasy draft, you were a moron.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
He's so good. But I don't know. I don't think that they could win the division by any means, and I think that they'll at least be like a 50-50 team because from what I heard, they have a really, really good schedule. And I'm pretty sure I heard this on the Herd, but they don't have to travel much. Like the farthest west that they go is Cincinnati.
Yeah, I pulled up their schedule right now, and so the Bills have pretty much kind of the same thing, where they don't leave the state of New York for the first month of. Well, they go to Jersey to play the Jets and Giants, but that doesn't really count. So they play. So their away games are New England, Philadelphia, Jacksonville, Miami, Washington, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Buffalo. Yeah, so Cincinnati would be the most one. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's literally like
you don't leave
a state and a half
zone.
over.
I don't even think that's Cincinnati's still the Eastern. Wow.
People don't realize, they do not have to worry about getting jet lagged at all this entire year.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Mm.
And I don't know. I think a lot of people forget that Darnold was clearly thought of as the best quarterback in that draft. And a lot of people love Baker. I personally like Baker better, but I think Darnold didn't get a lot of good looks last year, and I think now that he has, one of the best weapons in the NFL, it might help him out a little bit. Who was their running back last year?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember.
Exactly.
They have Ty Montgomery, but was he in the Packers last year or no?
I think last year was the year that we cut him because he fumbled that ball against the Rams. Last year the Packers had a weird year last year, dude.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
We'll get to that, yeah.
But yeah, they definitely did. But yeah, so I think another thing with Darnold is he actually improved last year. He was bad to start, and then he really picked up. So I think he's learning their offense.
He's also, I think, a lot of other people are forgetting that he was the youngest quarterback to ever start a game in the NFL.
Really? Oh, I did not know that. So yeah.
Yeah. So he's really, really young. So I mean, he'll get better. He will get better, and I mean, he's getting this experience at such a young age, which I think is going to be helpful. And if people stick with him, then. And actually give him a shot, unlike poor DeShone Kizer, who is now going to be in his sixth different offense in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
That just sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It's Notre Dame, the Brown. It's going to be his fifth offense, and he's only 23. So yeah, there's a reason he's not doing well.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, he's on the Raiders, right?
Yeah, he's on the Raiders now. So I mean, at least he can take a back seat.
I guess, but they didn't. Did they cut Peterman or Glennon? Do they really have 4 quarterbacks?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, they honest. Would you keep Peterman?
No, not at all. No, it's ridiculous. You should have cut him after that Chargers game. He should not have played another NFL game after that one half. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get like.
Wasn't it 4 picks in a quarter?
5 picks.
5 picks. Oh my god.
Well, not a quarter. It was like a half.
Yeah,
but still.
Like
there, you could. I think even including last year when he had like a couple games, he still did terrible. Like his interception to attempt ratio is like 15% or something. Like, like it has to be the highest ever for someone that's played like a significant amount of games.
That's ridiculous.
But,
so, speaking of the Bills, Dan.
Yes. Let's go Buffalo. Yeah. So actually last week I had my friend Chris Motto on. He's a big Raiders fan, so we talked Raiders, and he follows the Bills pretty regularly because his like brothers are Bills fans too. So they added Mitch Morse, who to like that gigantic contract. I think it's the biggest offensive lineman contract ever. I think he seems.
It's a pretty big contract for a name that I did not recognize at all when you said it.
Yeah, but he was with the Chiefs. He was good. I think he was like a 2-time Pro Bowler, something like that.
Oh, you mean this year's, AFC Super Bowl representative, if not Super Bowl champion team?
The Cleveland Browns? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm talking about the Chiefs.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
After they added Shady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll talk about that because I didn't even add that. When I first saw that like move, I was actually kind of like glad. I was like, good.
Really?
Yes. Because he played terrible last year. He was okay in like 2017, but they had you drafted Devil Singletary in the third round, so you can't cut him. Like you just wasted a third round pick at that point. Frank Gore, I think, almost fits this offense more because he just runs straighter, or he runs more downhill. Then you have T.J. Yedlin, which, like, I guess you could have cut Yedlin instead of kept McCoy, but like you could just have more money. And like McCoy was garbage last year. I forget what the attempt, like yards per attempt, but it was like 3.2 or something.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Well, it's got Josh Allen now. He can run.
Yeah, that's true.
He can hurdle the fuck out of some people.
Yeah. If he doesn't get hurt and get nailed.
Yeah.
So my friend Chris was saying last week that like people are saying the Bills might go like 8-8 or 9-7. That's like a positive thing. I don't see them going. Like I see them going 6-10. I think their defense is amazing. And
yeah, they got some studs.
Yeah. Like
you guys poached my safety Micah Hyde a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer are just
they're good.
Stellar. Yeah. And I'm gonna be watching Matt Milano. Oh, is he? Where'd he go? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Just because I think he'll make some good improvements there. I didn't see him on the starter because I'm just like opening depth charts. And I was just like, oh, is he hurt? Did I miss something? But
Tre'Davious White is also really, really good.
Yeah, I completely agree. But
he's super. I feel like Buffalo is. I feel like Buffalo is kind of like Green Bay in the same way that like a lot of their players just don't get noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like both of those don't. Outside of Aaron Rodgers, I feel like neither of those teams really get much coverage. I don't know.
I wouldn't compare the Packers to the Bills. in like,
I would like defensively at least.
Yeah, that's fair. I think like last year too.
Yeah. Like if you look at like I don't want to talk too much about the Packers, but
yeah,
like if you're looking at like any like people do talk about the Packers a lot, but it's literally always about Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur or Aaron Rodgers and some Devontae Adams. Like
that is true.
Yeah. So like without him, there's nobody really talks about much else. So
yeah, I guess, but it's just like they're always on at 4 on Fox, like as long as your team doesn't play. So it's just like the national coverage of the Packers is like so much more than it is. Anyway, so Bills, I'm thinking more like 6-10. I am a disbeliever in Allen already.
Really?
I think he should play. Yeah. I mean, he runs well, that's great, but, like, I think he's inaccurate. I think he throws across the body too much. He's just, like, he could throw, like, a 60-yard touchdown, it'll be great, or he'll get sacked for, like, 20 yards. Like, there's just, like, no middle ground with Josh Allen. But
yeah, I can see that.
yeah.
I think he's better than any other quarterback you guys have had in a while.
Oh.
I mean, you could say Tyrod.
Yeah.
Tyrod was pretty good.
Yeah.
At least Tyrod fit your system, too.
Exactly.
So I don't get why you guys moved on from him so quickly.
There's the whole cap space thing, but it was kind of annoying because they used that cap space to sign Mitch Morse. Like, like cool,
Yeah.
you know? And, like, John Brown, Cole Beasley, like sweet. We could have just kept him and, you know, let Josh Allen groom, which I felt like would have been a better idea. But, yeah. Anyways, Miami Dolphins fire sale Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're tanking. They're tanking for. I don't know what the hell they're tanking for. Like, I mean, they must not believe in Rosen.
Yeah.
Because, like, who are you tanking for? Like, I mean, Tua looks good, and Trevor Lawrence can't get drafted this year, right? Doesn't he have to play 3? Yeah. So, why are you giving up this year?
I don't know. Maybe they like Herbert. Let's go Ducks.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think they're worth talking about much. I think they are the clear favorite to be the joining the Browns and the Lions.
Not the Browns. You mean the Bengals? Or?
No, the Browns and the Lions as to join the
the
0-16 club.
Yeah.
Like, they look bad. Like, they look really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like, they traded away their best receiver.
Oh,
I mean,
I think
Devontae Parker's good, but other than that, like, who's on their team?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. And honestly, I totally forgot about Tumsil.
Yeah.
Until, like, I was like, oh yeah, it's the guy that had that gas mask and then, like, dropped a ton. So I'm like, why are you getting rid of this guy? He's, like, a project and could be really good because he was projected to be, like, 3 and just dropped into your lap.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we don't have to talk about them anymore because they're going to go, like, 2-14 or whatever.
Bunch of dog shit, yeah.
All right, consensus, Pats win this. Maybe Jets get, like, a wild card, possibly?
I don't think so. I think the AFC's, there's too much talent in the AFC. I think, actually, no, the AFC West is too good, or at least with the Chargers and the Chiefs. And then, I mean, you have the Colts, the Jaguars could be really good. The Texans,
Browns,
really
Ravens
good.
too.
Browns and the Ravens, and Steelers.
Yeah,
all those teams can make the playoffs. Like, I think I wouldn't say it's impossible. But I would say the only way I would say that is if I would. I'm sorry, totally forgot how to just talk. If you're gonna do like a bold prediction, I would say, hey, Jets make the playoffs, you know. But I wouldn't do any more than a bold prediction.
Yeah, I think they could contend. Like they could be one of those like in the hunt teams for a while, just because like the schedule too for the AFC East teams is very easy compared to like other divisions. So, but yeah, let's move to the AFC North. So you're high on the Browns, right? So I'll talk about the Ravens. To start, they did lose C.J. Mosley, and I think they lost like 4 other defenders. I forget who.
They lost Suggs. They lost Zadarius Smith, who went to the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Did who was that really good safety? Was it Weddle? Wasn't he on the Ravens last year?
Oh yeah. No, I think
Yeah,
he was. He's not
but they also got, the guy from the Seahawks.
Yeah, Earl Thomas. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll help a lot, and I think he'll be angry because the whole thing last year where I forget, like broke his leg or something, but they didn't give him his money, and then everyone was like, yeah, see, that's what Le'Veon's doing. So, yeah, I just think so. Their defense was great last year, and it pretty much kept them in the game. And I feel like they'll still be good. They'll just miss that C.J. Mosley just like play calling and just keeping like a control on the defensive side. And I just want to watch more Lamar Jackson just because like it's a little different. They don't run like a West Coast style, like sometimes we have one running back and like we got like 3 wide receivers, we're gonna throw down the field. Like it gives like a different, like it's gonna work, maybe not, but it'll just be kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, that's another thing. I also drafted Hollywood Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I hope. Who are their receivers?
I'm looking it up right now. I don't think because we got John Brown, or the Bills got John Brown, so.
And didn't.
Oh, they got Snead, Marquise Brown, and Seth Roberts, who I have no idea who Seth Roberts is.
Exactly. He was on the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
He's not good.
Yeah.
They also lost Crabtree, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They're gonna be a run team. They're gonna be a run heavy team. That's why they got
Ingram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think the Browns will take this division.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Great. So the Steelers lost AB. He's a huge wide receiver. They lost Le'Veon too. Also, I was gonna ask you this because I didn't really look. Is Shazier or Ryan Shazier? Is that how you say his name? The linebacker.
Shazier.
Yeah. Is he still hurt or?
He's never gonna play football again.
Okay.
I saw him on saw a video of him like playing catch with somebody on the line, and like it's awesome. He's playing catch with somebody, but he was like you could tell that like he's still figuring out how to walk.
Oh, gotcha.
Like yeah, that it sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Because he was really really good.
Yeah.
And just as a person, that's so shitty.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of like that he's still on that team though. They haven't just like dropped him.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he's just out. He's on their fourth, like according to ESPN depth charts. So.
Huh.
But yeah, no, it's just sad to see someone that good and that like actually good of a person just not really be able to play again. All right, so who do you think is gonna win this division? The Ravens, or are you that high on the Steelers?
You know what? I actually do think that the Browns are gonna take it, just because like, fucking look at the team, dude. Like, look at their
yeah.
Look at how much talent. I know everybody wants to like be objective and have a hot take and be like, you know what? I don't think the Browns are gonna be that good this year. Like, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, Baker Mayfield looked great last year. He's gotten better, and now he has one of the best receivers in the league, one of the best run after catch guys in the league, and they're best friends. So they're not gonna like get pissed if the other person starts getting catches. Like, they're gonna be boosting each other up the whole time. Like,
yeah.
If anybody's like, Odell is gonna be happy there. Like, he's pissed. He's pissed at the Giants. Like, that whole, like, they sent me to Cleveland to die and all of that other shit. Like, he's going to be a monster this year as long as he can stay healthy. But even if he doesn't, next guy up, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then you got 2 stud running backs, great offensive line, one of the probably the best young tight end in the league in Njoku. And then I keep forgetting how good their defense is.
Yeah.
Like, Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams looks really good. Demarius Randall had his best year last year. Myles Garrett, you don't need to watch football to know that Myles Garrett is good at football.
Yeah.
Like, fucking look at the guy.
Yeah.
Do you see him doing box jumps holding like 100-pound weights? He's a monster.
I have not, but like just watching him play football, he just blows through offensive linemen like crazy. So
he's so big.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but even that, I keep forgetting that they also got Sheldon Richardson, and they got somebody else. Didn't they get Olivier Vernon or somebody?
Oh yeah, they do. He's a rookie. I honestly don't know who he is.
They're stacked all across the board.
Yeah.
I don't like maybe I don't know how good their their ILB depth is, but who cares?
Yeah.
Their kicking situation's a bit of a shit show, but other than that, like, they look really, really good. And as long as they can just not fuck it up,
Yeah.
I think they'll win it. But you also do have the Steelers, who still have Juju and James Conner, and James Washington looks like he's going to be the next version of Juju, and it's hard for me to downplay a team that has been so consistently good. It's kind of like saying that the Patriots aren't going to be good this year. They've been good every year. So to say that they're not going to make the playoffs, I mean, they didn't last year. So, but there was also a bunch of drama going on. So I don't know. Maybe they might fix that up. But if I'm going to take a bet, I would say the Browns.
Yeah.
Also,
go ahead.
Did you know in the past 17 years or something like that, the AFC has only had 4 quarterbacks represent the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And only one of them is Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of them have been Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane how it's been dominated by 4 guys. Well, 3, and then just the one.
Then one fucking outlier.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, no, he's elite. Swear to God.
Yeah. I've never been a Joe Flacco fan. That was me and my dad would always argue because he thought Joe Flacco was good, and it was like all he does is throw bombs to Jacoby Jones. He has no inside kind of game.
By the way, back to that whole thing with the Raiders. They do have 4 quarterbacks.
Okay, yeah.
I just saw this thing. Yeah, I just saw this thing on NFL memes that said after signing DeShone Kizer, the Raiders are now the only team in the NFL with 4 backup quarterbacks.
Oh, nice. That's clever.
That's brutal.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about the Bengals because I don't know who's on his team. Also, I think they're Dolphins, but
they're the only relevant people on that team right now are AJ Green and Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, after they lost that who's the shithead inside linebacker? Vontaze Perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Who is good, but not a good person.
Wait, hold up. Okay, sorry. They have, according to their depth chart, they have 4 linebackers total.
Inside and outside?
Yeah.
What?
So they have Preston Brown, who's former Bill, Jordan Evans, Nick Vigil, and Jermaine Pratt, and
I recognized one of those names.
Yeah, right. And so the second string, it's just dashes for middle and the other outside linebacker. Oh wait, no. Oh shit. Okay. Wait, no, it's cornerback. Yeah, it's left cornerback. Yeah, so they have 4 linebackers on their complete roster. That's crazy. I don't know how you do that.
You know what I want to know? I want to know how long Andy Dalton has left.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about how Andy Dalton is like a C quarterback. and like how he's like, he'll throw the ball, but like I don't know, he's like Joe Flacco, like
Yeah.
but worse.
Yeah.
And he's had to rely on like AJ Green and like all of that talent. Poor AJ Green, dude. He's so good and he's going nowhere in his career.
Yeah. Well,
especially with all those injuries.
Yeah, exactly. And just that whole thing at like University of Dayton, that was just garbage.
Yeah, but like everybody was like, boosting up or heating up Marvin Lewis's seat. Why isn't anybody talking about Andy Dalton? But
yeah. I just think it's hard to find another, like, because he's reliable. Like, he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to find someone that's on par with him unless they just tank and go get to it, which they totally could do. This would make sense. Other than the Dolphins.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. All right, so we're in agreement. Browns probably.
Yeah, Browns. Probably Steelers get a wild card, I would say.
Okay. All right, AFC South. So you're kind of high on the Colts still?
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
I think the Colts. They're not gonna have a good year, which sucks. Quick fun fact. A kid that I went to high school with just got cut by the Colts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
So, yeah.
Represent.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Airport.
Yeah.
He was the running back for UMass. He had like a 60 or 70 something yard run touchdown against Notre Dame like 2 years ago. So that was cool.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And he got some workouts, but he didn't get any playing time in the preseason. So I don't know. Hopefully, maybe one team will pick him up. But
yeah,
maybe
might be
like
a practice squad kind of guy,
Probably. Yeah.
Speaking of that, there was actually someone from like Aquinas, Jerron Jones for the Bills. He got cut though. But that was kind of cool. I think he got drafted by the Giants, like 7th round. No, he was undrafted. Sorry. And then he signed with the Giants, and then they like released him and put him on the practice squad, and then like this year he signed with the Bills, and I think he's just on their practice squad. But cool that 2 Rochester people.
Yeah, represent.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of high on the Texans.
Yeah.
They had those.
Oh wait, whoa. Why?
Okay, so I don't think Clowney has been that good. He's just been like
True.
He's been a kind of a disappointment kind of thing.
I would say that, yeah.
And I think that trade was a little like you could argue like he could do really well in a different system and he's still young, blah blah blah. But they stole Kenny Stills and Tunsil from the Dolphins. So like one trade was bad, but like this trade was good. And so now you got Hopkins, Kenny Stills, and Wade Fuller as your wide receivers. Yeah. And you got Sean Watson. Or what was that? Sorry.
Will Fuller. Jesus Christ. Like 2 years ago, I think it was, he had like, I can't remember what the actual stats were, but like the first like 7 catches he had in the season, like 5 of them were touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, he gets injured a lot, or has been, so if he can stay healthy, he's really, really good, but like I've had him on some teams, so I don't really trust him that much. But if you don't think DeAndre Hopkins is debatably the best receiver in the NFL right now.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Who you
he definitely has the best hands. That's I mean, some people might want to say Odell, but like I wouldn't. That's Odell had really good hands, but
yeah.
those
I think as an overall wide receiver, Hopkins is still better than Odell. I don't know, Julio Jones, AB. I don't know who else we throw out there.
My thing at AB is, like, I don't think overall he is the best receiver in the NFL. I just think he's so unbelievably better at route running than everybody else that he is just it's not even close.
But okay, and they still have J.J. Watt, like, who's gonna wreck shit on defense. So it's if you're not high on the Colts, like, who's winning this division? Like the Jags? Maybe the Titans? Or
I do.
Right? Because like the Titans added Cameron Wake, that'll be good, and Delaney Walker's okay, but
I think
Marcus Mariota?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what to say about Nick Foles. Like, he's so good on the Eagles, but he's so bad at every other team he's been on.
Yeah.
Like,
that's very true. But I think like he'll be a vast improvement than Bortles, you know. And I just don't get their defense was still good last year. Like they have Ramsey, they have that like I can't say his name, but like that like African
Ngakoue.
Yeah. And like their defense is still top notch, so like they'll keep them in games. It's more just like can Fournette stay healthy and
exactly.
Can Foles like do better than he or at least be competent. But yeah. So I think it's just like the Texans to lose because the Colts. I felt like the Colts, if they had luck, like they would be front runners, but now they don't. So yeah, and I'm just really high on Deshaun Watson too. But
yeah, but Laramie Tunsil is only one lineman.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have a very, 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 very bad offensive line.
Also true.
So
yeah. So. But I don't know. I guess this one's up in the air then, because each team has like a significant hole somewhere, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to pin down which one of these teams would be the best, but I would say the Jags, just because I am very high on defense, and like the Texans had just about what they have this year, like. And they didn't do that well. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. The Jags at least have a new quarterback who had one of the best, like, seasons for like touchdown to interceptions, and then also is, let's not forget, a Super Bowl MVP that beat Tom Brady. Like,
yeah,
can't just like forget about that.
Yeah. Came up in that big moment. So, yeah, that's fair. All right, now move to the AFC West. Very stacked, I still think. Some people aren't high on the Chargers, and I can kind of see that now because Melvin Gordon's leaving. Keenan Allen can always get hurt.
What's going on there? Because like I'm getting different updates all of the time, and from what I've seen, the last thing I saw was that the Chargers were just like, we're not going to talk about this until the season's over. So is he just going to sit out the whole year? Or?
They're letting his, I don't know how this works, but they're letting his agent do trade talks.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
But how does the agent, like, it's the GM that does it, right? So like, how can the agent be like, yeah, like this GM's going to trade, this guy and this guy, and we can go to this team. So maybe like the agent will come back and be like, these are the teams that he wants to be traded for, or something. But like he can't be the one going to like the Rams, or like they would trade for him, but like some other team or something. But yeah, so I think the Chiefs will kind of run this. Patrick Mahomes is not going to have the season he had last year. It'll be pretty much impossible to. And I guess they lost D Ford on defense, but I think they drafted, I forget who, they drafted someone really good on defense with that first pick. I forget who. Maybe not really good, but at least like competent enough. And you saw last year too, even with Hunt out, and then they had to use Damian Williams. Like they could still do good with running backs.
Well, they got Shady now, so
yeah, that too.
I think with that offense, I think Shady will pick back up.
Yeah, like having a really good quarterback that he could catch screens from. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you got, or go ahead, sorry.
Kelsey.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. He is so much better than every other tight end in the league. Like it's like, even when Gronk was in the last year, everybody was like, well, Kelsey's better.
Yeah. Well, Gronk couldn't really run routes well.
Yeah.
And he was always good at blocking, and like that was just what he kind of did. But yeah. You have any other thoughts on Chiefs or?
I don't know. They're they just look really, really good all around. I see them being. You gotta have them as the. I would put them as the favorite right now, just because consistency. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, their defense could use work, and I don't want to make too many predictions too with Patrick Mahomes because, like, I don't know. You see, quarterbacks in their second year, people start to figure them out. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing because he's really, really good. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, like the Chargers should be still relevant, but just losing Melvin Gordon is going to kind of hurt them. But you still got Joey Bosa, right? Nick Bosa's the fuckboy from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, so they still have Bosa. They like. I mean, Keenan Allen is okay right now. So, and like Philip Rivers had a great year last year, so I don't know. I feel like they just have like a question mark on their team. But you feel anything about the Raiders? You get any bias from Hard Knocks or?
I'd like it if the entire NFL could collectively sign an agreement to not sign Antonio Brown, so we can just have him not be in the NFL anymore, because fuck him. I am so tired of him. I am so tired of him. Of his immature bullshit. Like that thing that he tweeted the other day, being like, oh, my ex still thinks about me, or something like that. Like, do you not see, like, what?
Yeah.
You're saying that your ex still thinks about you because somebody asked Roethlisberger a question about you? So you're gonna be like, hey guys, just want everybody to know that I'm still thinking about my ex by saying that my ex is still thinking about me. Like, what, bro? Fucking, are you a child?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing about, like Juju, where he posted, like, hey, yo, look at this little bitch that was asking me for, like, help trying to get into the league. The guy that laid out Vontaze Burfict to get you back?
Yeah, right.
Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Have any respect for anybody, please. Like, God, I'm so sick of him. I do not want him to be in the NFL anymore because I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care about him. I hope his career ends in Oakland or Vegas because he just becomes irrelevant. I think that would be very funny.
Yeah. I do not see that happening. You might want that to happen, but like.
Oh, I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah, as long as he suits up, he's going to get like over 1,000 yards, and like I think they'll be better than last year. And I think Derek Carr will improve, even though he had a sneaky good stat-wise season. So, and I felt like they drafted okay. I probably wouldn't have picked Clean Farrell, however you say his name, that early because they still had Josh Allen on the board, and they could have had some crazy, like, hybrid linebacker. But it's also like because I've actually watched Hard Knocks this year, so I feel like they'll be good just because I watched this high definition, very thorough of this camp. And with AB, like we were talking about this last week, like I felt like he hasn't been this crazy until, or I guess I didn't say this, like Chris said this, but like until after that Burfict hit in like, what was it, 2016, 2017? And then this is like when the whole thing started happening. So like, is it like a CTE thing? Is he not right in the head? Like,
that is an Interesting take.
Right? Like, that's what I thought too.
Oh my god! I just want to.
He was okay. He was okay. Like he didn't. Like he might have been slightly a diva, but he wasn't saying anything.
You're right, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna think on that.
Yeah. Put that. I didn't look it up, but supposedly it's like someone said it on like Fox Sports or ESPN, one of those things. So, and then Broncos. I don't think they'll do much. Philip Lindsay is like the only relevant thing, and he's an undrafted rookie that they luckily signed.
I heard that the Broncos only have one quarterback on their team right now.
Really?
That's what my friend said yesterday.
Joe Flacco?
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm not sure if they kept Drew Lock, but I don't know. I don't know why they would drop him.
Yeah.
But either way, like, they're not going to be relevant.
No.
That sucks. Because I like Emmanuel Sanders, but I don't think they're.
Yeah, he's okay. He's a little small though, and Flacco doesn't really have those like accurate passes that he would benefit from. Okay, so they have Brandon Allen is their backup. I don't know who that is, and then I guess Drew Lock is hurt. So
Oh fuck!
I think it looks like they kept him, but he's on the IR. Yeah, because that's their second pick. You don't cut anyone below like even cutting like a fourth rounder is kind of weird. But yeah, so Chiefs, right?
Yeah. Chiefs are winning this.
Yeah, and then just round off the AFC. Who do you think will represent in Super Bowl time? Or...
Probably the Chiefs. If I had to put money on, I'm gonna say Chiefs or the Patriots. Like,
yeah. Give me that game again, honestly. Like,
yes, I'd love to see the rematch.
Yeah.
See Pat Mahomes just, get some revenge. That'd be sick.
Exactly.
Pass the torch.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
For sure. All right, moving to the NFC East. You want to start off this one,
or? Yeah, I would. Because I want to talk about the Cowboys.
Woo, we them boys!
Oh, God, I want to punch you. I want... Can people stop talking about Dak Prescott as, like, a good quarterback?
Yes, please.
Please. Like, he's so overrated. He's so overrated. And, like, every, like... You ask all of the GMs in the league, and everybody's like, yeah, he's like a third-tier quarterback. And then you ask NFL.com, and they're like, yeah, no, he's not a top 100 player. Then you ask everybody else in the NFL, and they're like, yeah, no, he's not a top 100 player. And you're just sitting here with these Cowboys fans like, Dak Prescott is the best thing that has ever happened to the Cowboys. He's a god. Like, no, dude, you have the best running back in the league and the best offensive line in the league, and he dumps the ball off to them. And...
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Like Zeke is this offense. All he does when he throws downfield is when he does like a play action, and like he was bad last year, and they somehow made the playoffs. And
I don't get how. Well, yeah, because they got Amari Cooper. Like,
true.
Okay, true. But I don't know. I don't know how you can see like that Zeke suspension. And see how bad they were without him, and then put him right back in. They're like, "Oh no, they're good again."
I think
still Dak Prescott.
I think the thing was though I guess he didn't have that bad. He hasn't thrown over 4,000 yards yet. I just pulled up the stats, but he was 22 and 8 touchdowns to picks. His completion percent. 67. Oh God. That's so much better than Josh Allen. I'm not going into this. I'm not going to be a Dak apologist. But I think that. Cooper. I think because he came in when Zeke came in too, and people just forget that like Zeke was there too. And improved on. I mean, it would be cool, even though I have Zeke on my fantasy team. Like if he just sat out for a bit, just so that people could be like, yeah, like. He's not good either anymore.
Tony Pollard doesn't look bad.
Yeah, that's true. And their defense is good, right? From what I remember.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't like the Cowboys. Let me be very clear. I do not like the Cowboys. Some might say I hate the Cowboys. And let me also be clear, that is directly because of their fans.
Yeah.
But I will also say that the Cowboys, I think without a doubt, have the best top to bottom roster in the NFL. Like, they're so good. They're so good everywhere. Like, their linebackers, their defensive line, their secondary, their receivers, they got the best running back in the league. They got one of the best lines in the league. Dak Prescott, he's Alex Smith. Like, he's good enough.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, don't fucking pay him. Get come on. Get a backup somewhere else that, like, you could draft another guy.
Well, you get, like Bridgewater, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll work.
Yeah.
There's so much, like, if you set somebody up with that perfect of a team, I don't know.
Yeah. That's true, though. They are very sound. They've got, was it the Van Der Esch? Is, like, super built.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's probably just Cowboys and Eagles. I think the Cowboys are still better than the Eagles as a complete team. And it really just depends if Carson Wentz can stay healthy for a full year, which we haven't seen yet, right? Or
yeah.
The rookie year he got hurt, but
yeah, and then last year he got hurt again. So I mean, Carson Wentz. Again, back to the Cowboys. Like, stop saying that Dak Prescott's better than Carson Wentz. It's not even close. It is not even close. He's so much better. He just has been injured. Like, which sucks. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yo, I forget how deep their wide receivers are, though. For the Eagles, sorry. Jeffrey Aguilar, and, well, I guess Deshaun Jackson isn't as good as he was, but...
Yeah. He's still pretty good. I mean, he had some games last year on the Bucks, but
yeah, that's true. And that was with either Fitzmagic or frickin' Winston, who I don't know. Winston might come around eventually. But yeah, so Redskins should still suck because they have Case Keenum. I don't know what he's trying to do. But that was still a good signing, so they don't just throw Haskins in. And then they got Landon Collins from the Giants, who should be hard hitting. And then they still have Josh Norman too on that secondary. So I don't think they'll get it all, but like they just have some interesting players. And then the Giants are just trash. I don't know what Dave Gettleman is terrible, and they just should give the ball to Barkley all the time, and don't even start Eli or Daniel Jones. Just Wildcat.
Yeah. Daniel Jones looks good, though.
Yeah, but like Nathan Peterman looked good in preseason. Like, show me good stats.
Okay, but then give him a chance.
True. It's not a bad idea. I mean, if they go like 0-4 and then just like throw him in there. But you don't want him to like get clobbered either, right?
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, he's got to learn at some point.
True. I don't know. Maybe later in the season. I'm thinking when they're like 2-8 or something. I'd just let him get a feel. Maybe play some garbage time in some like fourth quarters. But yeah, I'm thinking the Cowboys win this division. What's your thoughts?
It's either the Cowboys or the Eagles. If I had to put a caveat to it, I would say if Carson Wentz doesn't get injured, it's going to be the Eagles. If Carson Wentz does get injured, it's going to be the Cowboys. And then either way, one of those teams is getting a wild card. Like,
Yeah.
they're really good.
I agree. Yeah. Because, like, the Eagles' defense is sneaky good, too. Like, Fletcher Cox, Ronald Darby, loved him in Buffalo. So, but yeah, let's go to the north. Your Green Bay Packers up in Lambeau.
Oh, we get to talk about the Packers now?
Yeah, right? Here's another 20-minute segment. Just Packers only.
Let me make this very clear. Because I'm so glad that I now have a platform to talk about it. Because I'm so sick of people saying that Aaron Rodgers isn't good anymore. Aaron Rodgers played the entire season in 2018 with a broken leg. He had the same fracture in his leg that ended J.J. Watt's season 2 years ago. He played the entire season with a broken leg.
Yeah.
And then the year before that, he fucked his shoulder up. Like, he just has not been healthy. That has nothing to do with his play. And when he has played, the fucking best quarterback that has ever played in the NFL, skill-wise. He's the most talented guy, like the best quarterback ratio of all time, the best interception to touchdown ratio of all time, and it's not even close. Like, he is so fucking good. And I'm tired of having this debate. But other than that, I think they're going to be really, really good this year. Like, just the fact that they're switching things up, and with Matt LaFleur, they didn't play really much of their starters in the preseason, and a lot of people, again, all those takes about, like, Rodgers and LaFleur are, they're not going to work. They're having some arguments because, like, Aaron Rodgers doesn't like the preseason. He doesn't like the preseason because he's bored. Like, you have two guys with offensive genius minds that want to do stuff that they can't, because then they're going to show everybody the stuff that they're doing, so then people are going to be able to learn how to defend it. That's why they're not playing stuff in the preseason. That's why Aaron Rodgers doesn't like having joint practices, because if he does those practices, then people will learn stuff, and they have to play like vanilla offense, and it's not fun for him because he is so high above that. Also, fun little thing, Darnell Savage just switched his number to 21.
Ooh, okay.
So now he's
21 Savage.
his jersey is going to say 21 Savage.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
It's kind of like that one high school player in the league, DeColdest Crawford.
Oh yeah.
Crawford. Did you know that his middle name is like, it's like something like There Ever Was or something like that?
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
His full
cool.
name is like DeColdest There Ever Was Crawford. It's insane.
Awesome. Good job, parents. Like that was well thought out.
Well, it's gonna be the fucking best football player of all time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So do you think? Because like, so I think the Bears are pretty good. Like Khalil Mack will wreck shit. Trubisky's okay. Their defense is like really good, especially
their
with Mack.
defense is very, very good.
Yeah. Do you think the Packers with this team can like win this division? Would you predict that, or?
I'm very, very high. I'm biased.
Yeah.
I'm getting around that, but I'm very. If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, they're gonna wreck shit. Like, Aaron Jones, highest yards per carry in the league last year. They upgraded their line. They upgraded a shit ton of. They ripped off some Band-Aids that they needed to very, very badly. But Mike Patton is a stud coordinator. LaFleur is from the Shanahan and McVay coaching tree.
Yeah.
Those are two insanely good offensive coaches.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he didn't do great in Tennessee, but what was he working with?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. I do think the Bears are really good, but I also think Trubisky has a ceiling, and
I think we've seen it. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure this
Yeah.
is it, you know.
Yeah, it's
Middle
not,
of the road.
getting much than
Yeah.
that. And you can also see like Nagy's frustration with that, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he has to call like simpler, more vanilla offenses because he can't handle it, you know.
Hmm.
And I'm just always confused about the Vikings. Maybe it's because of Cousins, but it's just like if you have Diggs and Adam Thielen, like you should be producing better offense than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their offense is stupid good, but you're right. I don't know what to think about it.
Like it's got to be Cousins or like, is it just I forget who their coordinator is, but supposedly he just wants to run the ball a lot more.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't even know who's their running back. You might know, but
Their running back is really good. It's Dalvin.
oh yeah, duh.
Yeah. So
But and then their defense was great last year, so like, oh, and they barely missed the playoffs, right? Like they were like a game away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they also had that other game where they got shit on by the Bills.
Yeah, they did. That was the Josh Allen hurdle. That was great.
Yeah, Anthony Barr, fucking ass.
Yeah, Lions shouldn't be good. I don't know about you, but like I've never liked Matthew Stafford. I think he's been kind of overrated.
Matthew Stafford is a fat rabbit.
Yeah, thank you.
That is only good at chugging beer. Like he's got a strong arm, but like he's super overrated. And he's never gonna bring them anywhere.
Yeah, well,
Fucking tough guy. Like,
yeah.
You know that game where he separated his shoulder and kept playing. I have a lot of respect for Matt Stafford, but they're gonna be bad. They're gonna be real bad. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Their team doesn't have much.
Yeah.
They're gonna win like 4 or 5 games. So
Yeah, about. So you're saying Packers?
I'm gonna say the Packers. Yeah, I think the Bears. I don't know what to think of the Vikings because Thielen's really, really good. But oh, by the way, my friend's fantasy team's name is Thielen Up Your Cousins.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you know what mine is?
What?
It's Brown It Like Beckham. I thought that was great.
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have 2. Mine were Juju No the Way.
Oh.
And
That's good.
Yeah. And then this one's a little tougher, but it's the Juju Smith-Schusters. Or no, the Jacksonville Smith-Schusters. And I named my team that about like a week after the Jacksonville shooter happened.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. Get a little dark. Yeah. That's good though. That's clever. I like that. Oh, why both? So did you draft Juju, by the way, too?
I did.
Both
I did.
teams?
Yeah. So I need to change my team names because he's not on my team on either team anymore.
Yeah.
So
I don't have Beckham, so like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
But all right, yeah. Going to NFC South. I always felt like this division was like the strongest, but probably not anymore. Like I don't think the Panthers are that great. The Bucks, it's really just a make or break season for Winston. They have good wide receivers in Evans and I forget who the other guy is. I guess they have Godwin.
They just draft. Yeah, Godwin's good. They also just drafted a really, 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 really fast guy. One of my buddies is a Bucks fan, so I know a pretty decent amount about them.
Oh, nice.
They do not have a running back. It's like Ronald Jones or some other guy. I can't remember.
Peyton Barber, right?
Peyton Barber.
Yeah.
They had Jaquiz Rogers, who has one of the best names of all time. Yeah. I don't know. They're good, but again, I think this is Jameis's last season. I think he's gonna end up like Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Him and Marcus Mariota. I think. I think their time is up. Jameis is good enough, but I think if they don't do that great this year, they're gonna end up like tanking or trying to find another quarterback or something.
Well, I feel like they'll be in that range, like 3-13 or 4-12, to kind of go after that, like Herbert, Tua. There's someone else that I think will be good too. But yeah, this is pretty. So like, I think the Falcons will kind of regain a little bit though, because their defense won't be like destroyed. And you still have Calvin Ridley, like Julio Jones, and Matt Ryan. And they have Coleman, right? Is their running back, or they don't have like the Coleman, the other guy.
Tevin?
Yeah. I don't know, but I still feel like when you have Matt Ryan, he's still slinging it, and they kind of solved like their red zone deficiency.
Ito Smith.
Oh, Ito Smith. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they have Freeman. Sorry, not Coleman. They used to have him.
By the way, running backs in the NFL, Freeman might be my favorite. I love watching him run. Yeah. I think he's so cool to watch. Just like the way that he runs. I don't know what it is. Running backs are usually my favorites. I think my favorite player to watch of all time, surprisingly, is not Aaron Rodgers. It's Eddie Lacy.
Oh, okay.
I used to just love watching him because like he'd get some momentum behind him, and then somebody would hit him, and then he would move 10 more yards.
Yeah.
Like he was impossible to tackle, and I fucking loved watching him. But yeah, I think they'll take a step up this year. I hope, having Freeman back. Ito Smith I think Ito Smith is pretty good. I almost said really good. That would have been wrong. But when they had Freeman, Coleman, and Smith on the team, Smith was getting snaps. So to be the third running back and for your offense to be like, yeah, we need to get this guy on the field, like that's got to say something, Yeah. And let's not forget, they have Julio Jones. So
yeah.
And Calvin Ridley's really good too. And Mohamed Sanu and Austin Hooper, and so they got guys.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is pretty good.
Well, their offense is never in question. Like that's good. It's really just the
true.
Defense.
Their defense also got ravaged last year.
Yeah. Exactly. So hopefully they stay healthy. And then I think the Saints will probably run this, though. I mean, when you have Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara on your team, you still have Drew Brees, who, I guess when you look at his stats, like, whenever he plays outside of the dome, it's not good, but...
I don't know what to think of Drew Brees right now.
Yeah.
Because he did not have a good, the last, third of his season, and the playoffs were not great. So I don't know if I think it's up in the air right now, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think the Falcons are good enough to compete with it, especially if he, like you said, he did really take a downfall. But that's because he played away. That was the thing, for the most part. But yeah, all right. Let's wrap it up with the NFC West. You want to start or?
Well, Rams are still going to be good.
Yeah.
That's true.
Done. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, let's I'm going to push the Rams aside for a sec. Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's talk about the Rams. So, one thing I want to make clear, I'm very tired of hearing this, that Aaron Donald is not the best player in the NFL right now, because he is. At least last year he was. If you don't think that Aaron Donald was clearly the best player in the NFL last year at his position, then you need to watch more football. Yeah. I'm sick of people saying that and hey, I'm talking shit about Skip Bayless again.
Surprise.
The whole argument that quarterbacking is harder, so a quarterback should obviously always be shut the fuck up. we give the NFL MVP to a quarterback every year. So now let's talk about which player is best at doing their position. So, like, just for an example, Aaron Donald was a better defensive tackle than Tom Brady was a quarterback. And that's the comparisons that we should be making when we're talking about who's the best player in the NFL. Who is best graded at their position? Who does their job the best? And that was clearly Aaron Donald last year. Just because Aaron Donald got 1 sack, that doesn't mean he didn't create pressure. That doesn't mean he didn't like take the attention of 2, sometimes 3 offensive linemen. Like, he is so stupidly good. And by the way, the fact that there is a defensive lineman in the NFL that has a 6-pack, what?
Yeah, right.
He's like, defensive linemen are supposed to just be like really, really strong, but like there's so much of them that he's all muscle.
Yeah.
He's like he's a shorter version of Myles Garrett. Like, those 2 guys are the last 2 people on this planet I would ever want to fuck with.
Well, I feel like also both of them are just like bigger Von Millers.
Yes, that too. Yeah. That's a great comparison.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he always draw double teams, and like he didn't get a lot of sacks last year, but he got a ton of sacks the year before that. So I don't know. I just think like Mahomes had such a good season last year that you can't just like I feel like it's close between those 2. You could debate who's the best, but when you throw like 50 touchdowns and I don't even know how many yards, but
yeah, but a lot of that's also on the fact that, like, don't get me wrong, I think Patrick Mahomes is insane, but when you have a quarterback that nobody knows anything about come in and show his talent, that's always helpful for them, for that to be like their best year, to not know how to defend somebody. To also have Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, and Andy Reid, like, also helpful.
Yeah. But
Aaron Donald, yeah.
Okay.
To get 20 sacks as a defensive tackle,
yeah, that's
crazy. That's really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
But
was that last year? Did I fuck that up? Or
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he that was last year that he was like on pace to compete for Strahan's record. But
okay.
Yeah, no, he's stupid good.
Yeah.
And he's been in the league for a bunch of years, so people know how good he is. But
hence the triple teams.
Yeah, still getting them quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had this weird, at least with the Rams, I had this very cold take that I thought Sean McVay was kind of overrated, just because like he runs the same offense, like it's the same formation, but like the fact that he could create 30 different plays off one offense is just very unique and why he does so well. So that was my bad. I don't think I ever said that really out loud, except to like one person. But yeah, I think they should run this division. The Seahawks did really good last year. And I guess they lost Earl Thomas, which will deal a blow. I think he's the last guy from the Legion of Boom, right? Or like they don't have Sherman, they don't have Chancellor, right?
Yeah, no, they're all gone.
Yeah. So
so the Seahawks, I just thought of this like earlier today. The Seahawks to me are like if you had a screaming baby in the middle of the night that you spent an hour trying to get to go to bed, and then you finally get it to go to bed, and then you walk out of the baby's room, you're getting into your bed, and then you hear the baby sneeze. Like, that Jadeveon Clowney trade, I'm not too worried about it, but I don't like that there is a good defensive player going back to the Seahawks. And like I hated them for so long.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I just want them to go away.
They can't. They don't.
They were just about to go away, and now they got DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And their running game looks really good. And
Yeah.
now they're getting some guys back, and I don't want them to be good again. Yeah, the year where he just completely shat on everybody. Like, he just ran the entire offense by himself. I don't understand why he was not in any MVP conversations, because like he was doing the whole team by himself.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense? Like, he was running all over the place. You did not have an offensive line at all to give him. He had Doug Baldwin. That was it.
We got Lockett. Lockett's good.
Lockett was yeah. Well, he was emerging that year, so I mean he was decent, but like I don't know. I think that one year where he was just like running all over the place and like they were still a playoff team.
Yeah. That like played well against the Cowboys. Like they were in the game.
Yeah, they were really good, and that was like the year that their defense was like kind of falling apart. So I don't know. I love that he got paid, and I think that he is insanely talented, and he's a good dude, and people need to also stop making fun of him for, talking about fucking his wife.
Yeah.
But,
just bring it down. Bring it down a notch.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I would give the Seahawks at least a wild card spot.
Really? Okay. So
I think their run game is really, really good.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. But their line still sucks.
Yeah, but as long as they're moving the ball,
I guess so.
Russell Wilson can fucking book it. And now they got DK Metcalf, so
yeah, we'll see how good he is though, because you can't really run a route, right? Isn't he just like all?
Yeah, but he can body people, so
yeah, true. Yeah, if they do like a sweep or something, he'll probably destroy that corner. All right, yeah. And then the bottom of the team, Cardinals. I feel bad for Kyler Murray because they have no line. Hopefully Clinsbury is better than Steve Wilkes because his offensive acumen was trash. I don't know. Any other takes on them?
I want to make it really clear right now. If Kyler Murray is not good in the NFL, I don't feel sorry for you if you're a Cardinals fan. Like, you guys drafted a 5'8" guy to play in the NFL. I think he could be good. Yeah, I think he could be good.
He's listed 5'10".
That's a fucking lie. All right, have you seen a football in his hands? Those little bait hands he has, like. He's got to play. I mean, what's going to happen when he goes to play in Green Bay? Like, he's not going to be able to hold the ball. And I get that he's really good, but I don't know. There's a lot of talent there, but that could be fun to watch. They'll at least be fun to watch this year. I'll give them that. But
I feel like they'll actually utilize David Johnson. Like, that was a huge problem last year.
I hope so.
They, like, stopped giving him screens. I'm like, what? Like, it makes no sense. I don't know if they'll be fun per se, but they'll probably be good. I guess, yeah, no, there'll be good clips of, like, Murray, like, running for, like, a touchdown
or his life.
Chucking it deep, yeah.
Because their offensive line is trash.
Worst in the NFL?
It's either them or the Texans. Probably the Texans, I would say. But,
oh yeah, that's true.
Well, with Tunsil, that might put him over the edge, but like, they're both very bad. So
yeah, very not good. And then 49ers.
Jimmy Garoppolo is overrated. Can I just give to anybody listening? I am giving an applause right now to Jimmy Garoppolo for being the most successful quarterback of all time for doing literally nothing. He played, what was it, 5 games? And
5-0, baby.
He played 5 games. At one point in his life, he had played 5 NFL games and had 2 Super Bowl rings and was the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL.
At a point, right?
At one point, he had only played 5 NFL games, had 2 Super Bowl rings, and was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. What the actual fuck?
Yeah, well, I guess he played 7 games because he played those 2 games for the Pats for Brady's suspension. So yeah, 7 games and the highest paid quarterback of all time.
Yes, it's insane.
Yeah,
and he got injured in that game that he the game that he subbed for Brady. Didn't that happen?
Yeah.
Because that's why they had to play Brissett. And then guess what? He got injured again, running out of bounds.
yeah.
Like, and then, all right, I know it's just practice, but do you have an idea how hard it is to throw 5 picks in a row?
Yeah. Wait, did that happen?
That happened in a 49ers practice. He threw 5 consecutive picks.
Oh. So I've been hearing that like people have been saying he's not that much of a step up from Nick Mullins, which is like, ooh, like that's.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not. He has not proven anything.
Yeah.
He played like 5 garbage time games.
Yeah.
And won them. Like, he's proven nothing. And then he looked like dog shit in the preseason.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I mean, he was undefeated. I think he's won every single game he started. So, like...
Well, no. I think he went, like, 1-2 last year.
At the start. Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, yeah, when games mattered. So, yeah. I'm so ready to just be like, guess what, guys? You were wrong. He is super overrated.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking right now. It's on the upside. Like,
I mean, by the way, I have one of my best friends from high school. Her name is Nikki Mullins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, that was fun to send that over to her.
Yeah. You like this? You're playing for 49ers. Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Quick thing. What do you think about Carli Lloyd?
Oh, the kicking? Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm so sick of people being like, you know what? I think if that happens, first off, I've gotten some arguments being like, yo, dude, somebody's gonna lay her the fuck out, and I was like, do you really think an NFL player would do that?
Yeah.
Like, and the argument I always get is like, hitting a girl? Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
But first off, Ray Rice did not know that camera was in there. And all the other guys that beat their wives don't think that they're going to get caught. And you're on the stage with thousands and thousands and thousands of people literally right there and then also on TV. Like, you're not just going to fucking lay a woman out. That'd be a horrible look for the NFL, and you would lose your job.
Yeah.
And I think if they do that, they should put a precedent out there and be like, hey, guys, we're not going to, like, hold this woman's hand, but, like, this is huge that this is happening. So anybody who flagrantly tries to hurt her, like, you're going to lose your job.
Yeah. The only problem is the NFL, do they really care about, like, women or, like, domestic violence?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that you kind of have to, like, walk tiptoe the line there, because then it's kind of like, you're holding her hand in the game, but, like, that'd be fucked up because people would, I don't know.
Yeah. I think once she retires from, like, actual soccer, like, it'd be great. Also, I think people are forgetting she's not playing punter. She would be, like, a kicker.
Yeah, right? She's just a place kicker. Like, do you have any idea how...
No one hits kickers, ever.
Nobody ever hits the kicker. Yeah. People hit punters all the time. And guess what? Punters punters can fucking kick off.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee did it for years.
Yeah.
It's probably why Vinatieri's old ass leg is still working.
Yeah, right? Yeah. How'd he last so long? Anyways, so NFC champs, you got any anyone you like, or is it? I feel like this is more up in the air, where it's just like
it's very up in the air.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough between the Eagles, Cowboys, Packers, and the Rams. Obviously, I don't know about the Saints.
Yeah, I think it's the safe bet is the Rams.
Yeah.
Just because what they did last year, and they didn't lose too much. They lost like Joyner, and then hopefully just Kupp stays healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see the Cowboys, even though like they've done well the past 2 years. Like that Packers. Well, I guess that was 2016 when Aaron Rodgers threw that like dime to that, I forget the tight end's name. Was it Jared Cook?
Jared Cook, yeah.
Like
He's on the Saints
they
now.
almost won that game when Dak was a rookie.
Yeah.
So like they could do it up again. Honestly, I haven't been following the Packers nearly as much as you or like the world. So like
they're a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers is pissed, and I can't wait for it. He's gonna shit on this league.
Yeah.
People are gonna remember who he was.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll leave on that note that Aaron Rodgers taking a huge dump on the NFL. All right, you got any other takes or any?
I think that's it.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you for coming on again, and thank you to my listeners, and have a great day.